Hello friends and welcome. Thank you for joining me today for some Rimworld Alpha 17. That's right, it is time for a new colony. The new alpha is out. All the new changes are here. It's going to be so exciting. I started this up and then I realized that it was going to be very difficult to get the kind of terrain that we want for our first colony here. I really want to enjoy the new features of Alpha 17, so I wanted to make sure that I found us a spot on the map that is a boreal forest with large hills, because that's my favorite land type, and I wanted to play kind of a slightly easier scenario for Alpha 17's first one. We're still on Cassandra Extreme. We're still not going to use any turrets, all that stuff, but we're going to be in a boreal forest with large hills, and but I also wanted to have a road and a river. And turns out it's really hard to find a river and road that also has large hills, let alone boreal forest. But after about a half hour of looking, I did finally manage to find one. It's going to be a very cold map for us, and it's probably going to be a bit of a challenge. But, you know, we like to have fun. We like a challenge. And so that is where we are going to set up Utopia 17. I went ahead and actually I only had to re-roll one pawn. We got Edward, whatever, now it's Seakirk, but it was something else. Edward is one of the first pawns that we rolled up, and then Lottie, Lucky Strike Merit is one of the original pawns that we rolled up. An interesting pawn, very good fighter, and really strong social, and incapable of a lot of other things, so basically this is going to be our cleaner and hauler. Seakirk here is really good with medicine and cooking, and fairly good with construction, so, you know, obviously that is going to be the thing. I'm not very happy that he's depressive, or she. They're all women. And then I decided, you know what, I'm going to name a pawn after me, too. So we're going to have Sean in this one. And Sean I had to re-roll, and I had to re-roll a lot. All I was really looking for was someone who had reasonable skills in growing and mining, because that rounds out all of our different skills. But Sean also has crafting and eventually can build up intellect. So, and also she's a jogger too, which is fantastic. Not so thrilled about nervous. So kind of everybody. Nope. Lottie, Lucky Strike is steadfast. So at least we've got that. But we've got a lot of and Sean's not much of a fighter, which fits in with me. So I haven't seen what our land is going to look like, but we're going to find out here shortly. This is going to be exciting. Oh, I guess I forgot. I didn't set it. I usually try to set it to a larger land area, and I didn't do that. But, you know, whatever. Let's get these guys landed. All right, let's see what we have. So there's our river. Not much of a river. Kind of pathetic, really. Starts us out with an underground overhead mountain area, so we could get infestations fairly early on. Nice defensible area here, though, in which to build our colony, so that's kind of nice. Good road setup. Nice. That's rich soil, right? So good. There's our good growing area there. That's lichen covered dirt, so that's not really a good growing area. All right, I like it. We don't really have much choice but to accept it, considering how much time I spent re-rolling. Now I could try to start us over here. There's some nice growing area over here too. But I definitely feel like this is going to be a good spot. It's going to be a little crowded. Let's I'll do a basic just kind of a real rough setup here, and I'll probably fiddle around with this a little bit in between this episode and the next episode. I do kind of want to get an idea of where we're going to set up our original buildings here. So if we have like a 16 by 16 there, that would be where we put our kitchen. We'll have our growing up there. And then, so where are we going to be able to fit a housing unit in? Go 17 by 21 for the housing. 17 by 21. All right. And then if we can put like a hospital there. It's not too bad. It's going to be a little, I guess we'll just scooch that over one. There we go. See, we are getting really crowded because now where are we going to put our prison? I guess we could try to put our prison kind of partially in the mountain. That's not really going to hurt anything. And then we can put our workshop maybe over here, kind of also sort of in the mountain. We're going to have trouble. I guess we could put a second housing unit over here if it comes to that, because we are going to want to close off our garden area over here. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting start, but I think we can make it work. So let's get started with the very basics. That would be oh, for crying out loud. There we go, unforbidding a lot of this stuff. I guess I did forget to give everybody their weapon assignments. So Sean here is going to be melee, Lucky Strike is going to be a shooter, although Lucky Strike can't really do either one. And then I believe Kirk is the good shooter. Kirk, sorry. It's going to take me a minute to remember all of that. Just a reminder, I am naming all the pawns here are named after people who commented on the previous series. I do have a very long list, like 50-some people, so you probably, if you're not on that list, you're probably not going to make it into this series. But if you would like to make it into the next series, leave a comment. And basically what I do is I go through all the comments, I write down everybody who leaves comments, and I make a list, and then I randomize that list and try to get, not try to, I randomize that list, and then that's what I use for the names of the pawns in the next series. So leave a comment on any episode of this series, and you know, make it at least a slightly substantial comment. It doesn't have to be fantastic or anything, but like if you just comment like first, you know, that doesn't count. So, you know, anyways, that's how you get your name in here. But let's, yeah, let's let these guys gather their weapons and let's start. Do I have just a general, probably set up a general defendable area in here. So we're going to start with 3 beds and storage areas. So we'll do a storage area for the wood, build a roof over that, and then a storage area kind of for everything else. Whoops, there you go. And this one is going to be just for wood and the components, because components decay and also medicine. And I can never remember where these things are. I've got almost 1,100 hours in this game and I still can't remember where everything is in here. There's medicine right there, great. And food, I want food up here too to start with. Okay, great. So, oh, I'm so excited to try out all these new features. This is going to be amazing. All right, everybody can fire. Whoops. How do you change all of them at once? Shift click. There you go. Everybody's going to firefight. Everybody's going to patient. Kirk is our doctor. Everybody gets bed rest. And everybody gets flicking. Really? Okay. You can no longer okay, so you can't go around the loop while you're holding down the things. That's interesting. Alright, Lucky Strike is a warden. Lucky Strike will be our animal handler. Not that we're going to be doing, whoops, not that we're going to be doing a lot of animal handling. I'm not going to be doing much hunting to start with. We don't really have a very strong constructor, but Kirk is our best constructor. Sean, of course, will be the grower and miner. Everybody will plant cut. And I don't need to worry about crafting at this point. And, of course, everybody hauls, everybody cleans. And Sure. All right, so not a whole lot of priorities going on here. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do that just so Lucky Strike can be the primary hauler. I do need to turn a few things off. How do you turn off the auto home zone? No, no. No. Learning helper. There we go. All right. Zone. Clear home area. As a matter of fact, just clear all of it, and then we'll expand the home area. We're going to build a wall like right through there. Actually, I'll probably build it there to cover that, cover the stockpile that I've set up. All right, expand these out. Is it just me, or do those, has the color changed on those, like they're a little more grayed out now or something? Let's chop all these trees down in the immediate area. And we are going to set up growing zones for our food from the very start. Now, I believe, I mean, I know for sure that food has changed for Alpha 17. I believe that it is a little bit easier to maintain food in Alpha 17. It was really hard at first with the first version of it, but it's been made a lot easier subsequently. So get some various food crops set up, and then maybe some heal root. Guess I don't really need to leave fire breaks in here. So I'll make that heal root. And when we do end up building a greenhouse, so from what I understand, the rules for like greenhouses have changed quite a bit too. Or not so much the rules for greenhouses, but like the way that the way that temperature and stuff works. This is not a very good outline for a greenhouse. Why would I have so much of it be underground when all I really have to do is just shift it over a little bit? Alright, so if I go like here, you don't really need to have the immediate area around it. So I think even some of the under that asphalt is probably going to be fertile soil, I hope. We'll find out. Also, I don't necessarily need it to be, I can have it be kind of jaggedy. So I can get, because if we go 13 by 13, all right. So I can do it like this, yeah. It's going to look funny. It's going to be a weird shaped building, but it'll still be one building, and that should work out just fine. We'll have to get that cut down before too long. As it is, we've got a lot of wood coming in. One of the many changes in Alpha 17 is that the wood tiles burn now. So you definitely need to be, you can't lay down wood floor tiles to serve as fire breaks anymore. So you got to be real cautious of that. Kind of a drag. Where am I going to put, put wind power up here. Just to plan it out a little bit. So if I put this one there, I won't be able to put the one facing the other direction. So I'm going to actually go down one. So I will, whoops, go to orders. And then place that down one more there. There we go. So I should be able to do windmill No, I'm still not going to be able to get the one facing back towards it. I'd have to go down one more, wouldn't I? And even there, I'd have to go down 2 more to get that. It's not a 2 more. But you know what? We have enough room for that, so why not? If I do that, and then I should be able to do that one right there, right? And that's the same. Okay, good. It's the same setup. Alright, so we are going to remove plans right there, and then we're going to place new plans down here. And actually, I probably ought to leave a little room for people to walk through, because they do not like walking through those things. And so, kind of one of the main reasons that I did that was just so I could set up some graves. Oh, you have to dig up the land before you can place a grave on top of it. I guess that makes sense. Minor break risk. Well, that's nice. See, Kirk. Welcome to the colony. Good news is we'll have plenty of wood as we get started. We'll want to build some indoor bedrooms here for these guys before too long, individualized indoor bedrooms. First priority, of course, is to get a basic perimeter wall around here, secure them a nice little secure area so we're ready for our first invasion. Although most likely the first raiders will probably try to set our garden on fire. It's usually what they end up doing. Been a long time since well, I shouldn't say that because I started a bunch of new colonies while we were doing streams over the last few months, or the last month or whatever. But it's been a long time since I started a new Let's Play. We managed to get 108 episodes out of the previous one, which is a lot. I don't need to tell you. But thank you so much to everybody who watched that series. I hope I can live up to your expectations with this new series. It should be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be very exciting. I don't really have any good walls to tear down. There's some over here. Is that steel? I don't really want to tear that steel wall down, but I can remove those floors. Some good hunting over there. That's nice. No walls over here. I guess if there were any walls over here, that would not be something I'd want to tear down anyways, because those would probably be ancient dangers. We don't really want to be jumping into ancient dangers so soon. If you're watching, I know you probably really want me to jump in there, but I'm not going to. If we go to, I think I actually, oh, Lucky Strike, that's right, Lucky Strike will not do construction. So we're going to set Sean to a level 3 constructor. I really do need him to focus on growing, but that way he can help tear down some of these brick walls, because we are going to want to build brick walls. I already got some rain starting. Oh yeah, that's right. We also want to harvest and grab up some of that free food that is available for us right from the start. So it's nice to get some free food. Sean is just over there chopping and chopping away, chopping and planting. Keep those foxes out of our food area. Now, I can't remember if they set it up to where wild animals don't eat your crops anymore. That was something that used to really annoy me, but I'm not sure if they still do that or not. Seems like it'd be a little strange if they did change that to where that wasn't a consideration anymore. Sean's getting pretty good results from all that harvesting. Eat some of those raw berries. Yum, yum. One of the great benefits of boreal forest. So we've got the new seasons, April, August, September, and December. We started out here in April. Still didn't get the individual bedrooms set up. So we probably want to get a basic wall going here. What do we have the most of? These are sandstone. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8. So not very many sandstone blocks. I mean, I guess we can build a wooden wall. Not thrilled with the idea of doing that, but we need to have a wall. And we'll, you know, obviously replace it with a more permanent wall here before too long. I'm going to put steel doors in there just so they'd be a little bit stronger. Even though it does feel like kind of a use of steel that maybe we shouldn't be trying to afford. But we'll get this walled off, and then we'll be able to get a decent a roof over it. This basic defensive area set up. Tynan said that we should expect Alpha 17 to be more difficult than previous alphas. So, you know, if I'm smart about it, I will take it slow and not expand too quickly. Now, if you've watched me play, you know that I'm not very smart about that, and expanding too quickly is something I do almost every time that I play. So, you know, in theory it sounds great, but in practice, you know, I don't think that's actually how it's going to work out. Unfortunately, I tend to get a little overboard on my expanding and just build big and quick as I can. It's interesting that the game had put stone tile over the raw stone area. Also changed the priority of building roofs. I don't have that set as like a no roof area, right? I want to build a roof over that. Why aren't you doing that, pawns? There we go. Thanks, you guys. I thought it would automatically build a roof once it closed that area in, but... Alright, let's set up some basic bedrooms for these guys so they don't worry about not having individual bedrooms. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to mine out a little bit of space here. Is that plasteel? Yeah, that's too bad. I mean, it'll be real nice later on, but kind of a shame right now because I can't really, like, it would take way too long to mine it out. Probably ought to go ahead and set up a battery as well. That's right. Raiders are going to go crazy. They like to attack. Boy, they like to attack everything now. They go after your power, and they also go after any exposed air conditioning units. So I guess them going after the power is nothing new, but they're definitely going to go after our air conditioning units there. Speaking of them going after things, I really ought to set up these sandbags too, because I want to be prepared for that. Because we'll probably get attacked before too long. Just law of averages. So if they dig that out, of course the pawns don't like having. On the other hand, they're going to be pretty unhappy about their bedrooms anyways. So I think once it gets to whatever disgusting bedroom is, or whatever the thing is for that. There is no getting any lower. So we are going to be the dedicated buds, which is the name that, I'm sorry, I can't remember who came up with that name for what we should call fans of this channel, but that is what we're calling them for now. Somebody else came up with Vanilla Army. I liked that too. So, you know, maybe we'll use that next time. But this time around, we're going to be the dedicated buds. And of course, this is Utopia 17. Because we are making a better colony for all of us. It will be the best. Now, I don't like this raccoon in here. Oh, okay. So he can just walk out. It's not much of a ancient barrier if you can just walk right through it. But I'm glad that he could, because it got that raccoon out. I didn't need him in here causing problems. All right. Thank you. I was going to say, Kirk, will you deconstruct that thing before that? Hey, raccoon! Get out of my house. Stupid raccoon. Nice job. Oh, seriously? Has it really been 26 minutes already? All right, guys. Well, I guess that's it for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed watching. Thank you so much for joining me. If this is your first episode, sit back and relax and get used to it, because this is going to be a fairly long series. I hope you will enjoy watching it. I definitely hope you'll leave comments, because I love interacting with people in the comment section, and it'll get your name in the list for getting your name in the next series as well. Yeah, I'm very lucky to have a great group of subscribers, and if you are one of them, thank you so much. And if you're not, you know, maybe you can join, but don't if you don't want to. I don't want you subscribing unless you're legitimately interested in watching this. So, you know, make up your own mind on that. Thank you so much. I hope you'll join me for the next episode, which will be up tomorrow. I post daily at 9 a.m. Pacific. That is like 5 p.m. GMT. Well, anyways, you'll see tomorrow. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.